Right now, Iranian-backed militia are fighting alongside Iraqi soldiers in an attempt to drive ISIS terrorists out of Tikrit. That raises the question of how much influence is too much for a Tehran regime that is considered as much or more a threat than ISIS itself. Here's Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen.
100 miles north of Baghdad, the Iraqi government has massed 30,000 troops to encircle and retake Tikrit, the Sunni ancestral home of Saddam Hussein, from the control of ISIS. But two-thirds of those troops are Shiite militiamen, reporting to Major General Qasem Soleimani, commander of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps' Quds Force. Twice, the U.S. has designated Soleimani a terrorist, and he is thought responsible for up to 20% of U.S. casualties in Iraq. Now he is operating near the front lines in the Iraqi theater.
If you had told me a year ago that Soleimani, the head of the Revolutionary Guard, was leading an attack against Saddam Hussein's hometown with us in the region doing nothing about it, I wouldn't have believed it.
The march on Tikrit poses a major test for the resurgent Iraqi forces and anticipates what may prove a tougher battle for Mosul, 120 miles further north.
If ISIS loses like we would hope they would and they're able to reclaim Tikrit, that's a good thing and a bad thing for ISIS, but clearly this is a setback to the United States as well, because this is Iranian influence in the first major battle of the counteroffensive.
Iranian casualty data indicate Tehran has deployed more troops to Syria, but has dispatched higher-level Quds Force commanders to Iraq to oversee the Shiite militia.
We have one terrorist organization which is helping the Iraqi government get rid of another terrorist organization. The Iranian objective is to maintain Iraq in a constant and permanent state of crisis, where different Shia groups would be more dependent on Iran than Iran being dependent on them.
One fear is that if and when Tikrit falls, the Shia fighters will seek to avenge a massacre of 1,700 Shiite troops that ISIS fighters committed last year, a scenario that led the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff to tell lawmakers today, if this becomes an excuse to ethnic cleanse, then our campaign has a problem. Bret?
James, thank you.